What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be slightly different than anything else you've seen on the channel before. Today's video is going to be a story about something that happened a few months ago when everyone was still in university. It's about a night out that me and two of my friends went on a Tuesday to a place called Warehouse, and all of those strange and weird things that happened throughout the evening. So without further ado, let's get into it. On an average Tuesday, me and one of my friends, we go and play poker with the poker society in our university. So we were there, we were having a few drinks, playing some cards, while our other friend was at home, and he was having a few drinks at home, because he doesn't play poker with us. And we came to a spontaneous decision, like, not planned or anything, just in the moment, let's go to Warehouse. So we get ourselves onto the guest list for free, which means if we get there before a certain time, we get in for free, and we don't have to pay the money, which is always a good bonus. Warehouse is a nightclub in the city that we're in for university. It has 3 floors. So the bottom floor is like rock, punk sort of music, and the middle floor is your like top 40 charts, and then the top floor is like indie music. So you've got like Arctic Monkeys, Oasis, stuff like that basically up on the top floor. So when we get there, we've missed our free entry, which is no big deal because it's not like it's expensive to get in anyway. So we grab a drink, we chill out on the bottom floor, which is where me and one of my friends usually just hang out because that's our kind of music, is what we like to do. But one of our other friends kind of likes the top floor and the middle floor a little bit more. So we get our drink, we go straight up to the middle floor, and there's like a set of seats, and it's like a sort of like a sofa that goes along the wall, which is like, it's got enough space for like 10 different people to sort of sit. It's probably more than that really. And so we sit there, and we have some of our drinks, and we just listen to the music because the place is pretty much empty anyway. But then these 2 guys come in up on the middle floor, and they just sit right by us. I mean, like I said, the row is completely empty, and they sit right by us. It was so strange already, and then it got even weirder because we were just sitting there talking and drinking, and then these 2 guys were just sat there silently staring at us. It was the strangest thing ever. But it doesn't end there, because then like they begin to compare biceps. I mean, these 2 guys were quite small. Not in the sense of height. One of them was about 5'4" and he was quite skinny, and the other guy was about 6 foot odd and he was quite skinny. Me and my 2 mates, so we're all kind of the same body size, and they were like, "Oh, let me feel your biceps," and all this, and it was like, it was really strange. It was probably the strangest few minutes of anything I've ever done. So as soon as that was finished with, we decided, right, fuck that, we're going downstairs. Let's stay the fuck away from those weird people, because fuck knows what kind of drugs they're on, but we don't want to be anywhere near them. So we head back downstairs, and as we're heading downstairs, this group of like, I don't know, 6 or 7 girls come in from the front door, and they all look so much younger than 18. I mean, like, I think the oldest one there looked maximum of 16, and we were like, there's no way on earth they've got in with actual ID. Like, it's obviously, it's got to be fake ID. It was that obvious, guys. But they go swiftly straight upstairs to the middle floor, or the top floor, one or the other, and we're like, that's fine, they're away from us, let's try and stay away from them as well. So we go and grab another drink from the bar, and occasionally grace the dance floor with our presence, because obviously we are dancing gods. At this point, the club has started to fill up anyway, so there's more people, it's not as socially awkward anymore, but this is where stuff gets so much weirder, because the young group of girls that had gone upstairs beforehand come downstairs to the bottom floor and begin to quote-unquote dance to the rock music. I mean, they were basically just flailing limbs around. It was terrible. It was actually terrible. But we have like a little corner on the bottom floor where we stand and like dance and stuff, because there's a shelf on the side where you can put your drinks. It's really helpful. But these girls decided that they wanted to come and like be pretty close to us. I mean, the dance floor was quite full at the time, but they decided that the space near the corner was where they were going to dance. And one of the girls in the group looked like she began to like cry, and it was really strange because none of her friends acknowledged that this was a thing at all. They were too busy either talking to guys, dancing, or drinking. So let's give this girl that's crying a name. Let's call her Jessica, okay? Just for the purpose of this. So being nice gentlemen that we are, we go over and ask her, you know, are you okay? Is something wrong? Are you hurt? Because obviously it's quite a heavy sort of set of music downstairs, and this girl was quite small. So she didn't say anything to us. But at this point, all of her friends come rushing over, thinking that we've done something, because obviously they've seen her friend crying with 3 random guys sort of right by her. So that's probably not a good start for us when you look at it and think of it from their perspective, which is not good. Let's not do that. So anyway, we explained that we saw her crying, we came over and asked if everything was okay, and they completely just understood what we were doing, and they just said, oh, sorry, we didn't notice. But at this point, Jessica opens her mouth and tells one of her friends that she was, why she was crying. The reason was just so strange, and it doesn't make any sense for a rational, well, what should be an adult at the age of 18 to say something like this. Basically, what the thing was, she was crying because of the music. Yes, you heard me right. Rock music made her cry. At this point, we were like, okay, she's definitely not 18. She's probably 14. She probably never heard this music before and has no idea what's going on. So then she begs her friends to go upstairs to the middle floor, which they oblige after about 5 minutes of them saying, no, we want to stay here, her crying a bit more. So we stay away from that completely and we run off to the bar. We go straight to the bar to get another drink. We're like, we need to stay away from this. This is just becoming a really weird evening already. Bearing in mind, we've only been in the club like an hour and a half max, and so much weird stuff has already happened. So we get these drinks and we're standing at the bar and we basically just down them. We just down them. We're like, no, we need to finish. We need to just wipe all trace of memory from this evening when we get home. So then we buy another set after we finish those, and as we're buying these drinks, the girls come back downstairs without Jessica, who I'm supposing they've left upstairs on her own. And they, for some reason, decide that they want to join us at the bar. Like, we didn't invite them. They just decided, you know what? There's an empty bar. It's like, a bit like the guys before with the seats. There's an empty bar. We could go either side of the wall. We're going to join you on this side. So they came over, and they didn't, like, say anything, but we were just sort of, in our heads, we were all thinking, okay, this is a bit weird now. Are they starting to follow us? Like, what are we supposed to do? So, again, we finished these drinks as fast as possible, and we bolted it out of there. Like, completely, we were gone. There was no way we were going to stay anywhere near that group, because it just looked like all they had was drama prepared for the evening. So, we took a quick minute to regroup outside in the smoking area, and I said to the guys that I just need to go to the bathroom for a minute, so I'll meet them inside. And they were like, yeah, that's cool, no worries. Now, you're probably thinking, why am I telling you this? Because, obviously, something weird's going to happen. And you'd be right. You'd be 100% right. Something really weird did happen. So I get to the downstairs bathroom, because there's one on the bottom floor and the middle floor, and basically it was all normal. It's just drunk people talking absolute shit to each other, you know, because everyone's best friend when you're on a night out. And some random Asian guy starts up a conversation with me, and you know, I'm a polite person, and there was a queue anyway. Yeah, that's right, there's a queue for the gents. You heard me. Facts. Anyway, I'll be honest, I can't fully remember what we were really talking about. Pretty sure it was uni related. It was like 90% of the population in clubs are students, especially on a weekday. As the conversation progressed though, when we were like in the queue, the questions began to get like really weirdly personal, and I felt really uncomfortable. I was like, okay, this is really strange. And then it hit a point where my brain actually realized that this Asian guy was hitting on me in the middle of a bathroom. Like, I thought that was weird as fuck. So immediately, I leave the bathroom and head up to the middle floor one, but bearing in mind I've queued up in this one and then I have to queue up in the one in the middle floor, I've been gone for a pretty long time, like 10-20 minutes. So when I get back to my friends, they were like, wow dude, where have you been? You've been gone for so long. So I told them the story, and which they found rather funny, but then I was like, yeah, but that makes it this evening even more weird. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being gay. I mean, I fully support that, but it's just not my cup of tea. So for me, it was just a really strange thing to add into everything that had happened, with the comparing of biceps, a girl crying because of music, I know a guy randomly hitting on me in the toilet, which is a really strange place to hit on anyone. Please never do that. Anyway, so as the night progresses again from here, we've been in the club now, well, pretty much all evening, and it's nearing the time for it to close. So my friend goes to collect his jacket because we've all had enough to drink and we just want to get home and have some food. So he has to go and get his jacket from the cloakroom, which is behind the bar. And by the time he's queued to get his jacket, the lights are on, the club's closing, and everyone is pouring out. At this point, me and my other friend see Jessica with a man who is, well, let's just say a little bit older than she was. Again, her friends really didn't seem to care, so we decided to steer clear, like really far away from them this time. Like we basically stood right by the wall, hugging the wall away from the stairs. So now what we've got, like this late 20s, early 30s male sort of hanging around with this girl that is probably about 14, which is just so weird. So anyway, when my friend gets his jacket and he goes to put it on, his sleeve, like the part of his sleeve that his arm's not in yet, brushes past this girl's hair where he's like stood. And yeah, you've probably guessed it. It was Jessica. So now we've got this like relatively old guy who's, well, he's a few years older than us anyway, because I'm 20, one of my other friends was 20, and the guy who's putting his jacket on is 21. But as soon as this happens, Jessica and her friends immediately leave the club, leaving us three stood here with this one guy who is like bawling down into my friend for hitting his so-called girlfriend of the evening with a sleeve of a jacket. So basically we explain what happened and stuff like that, and we just, we tried to avoid confrontation as much as possible. And after we realised that Jessica and her friends had basically left the club, him and his friends swiftly ran after them, probably to follow them or whatever, but that was not our problem. We were just happy that our evening was over, all the weird and strange shit was done. Or was it? Well, this time it actually was, because as soon as we left the club, we went straight to get some food. I went straight home, completely baffled about all the idiocy and weird behaviour that had happened throughout the evening, and it was just, it was mental. I mean, I do enjoy Warehouse, and I do actually have another story like this, which is from like 2 weeks later after this story with completely different stuff, but this was the strangest evening I've ever had in my entire life. But if you like this story, guys, and you want to hear more stories or just hear more stuff about me and my life, drop a like, leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe as well. It's really great to see that people are subscribing and liking on the videos. Really great to support me and lets me know what you guys like and enjoy. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. I'll leave that down in the description. Also, I'd like to apologise for not uploading for the past week. I've been away. I've been in Cumbria for a beer festival. And if you have me on Snapchat, you will have seen some videos. So I'll put my Snapchat in the description as well, so you guys can add me on there. But I'm going to be away again for a few days after this video goes up. So I apologise, but there will be more content in a few weeks' time. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!